Hello, I'm Robert Gibson, and this is the Harvard House Money Morsel. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the bell so we can send you a notification of when we release a new video. I'm sitting again today with Michael Porter with a new scarf. Hello, Michael.
Morning, Robin.
Very nice. We're working through your scarves. We've got
Exactly.
cold days.
I've got one left.
You've got one left.
Tottenham.
Okay.
Tottenham scarf.
Oh, no, don't bring that. So, Michael, we've right from sort of late yesterday afternoon, the rand started to weaken, the oil price started to move, and then we all woke up to the news this morning that Israel has attacked Iran, and that's almost $10 a barrel high on the oil price, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big impact.
Yeah, Robin. It's yeah. I mean, we've woken up to Israel attacking Iran last night. Headlines popping up that Iran has sent hundreds of drones to Israel this morning. Yeah, and that's really come out of nowhere. And I think, there's been some headlines earlier in the week about it, but why the reason for a preemptive strike? The US is certainly trying to talk Israel out of it earlier in the week, as I understand it. So, yeah, very interesting developments. But I think it just sort of shows we've been talking for the last 2 weeks about doing our roadshow on Insight and talking about the uncertainty that's prevailing in the world. And I think this is probably, a very unfortunate example of just how much uncertainty there is. And it's actually a time to, just to be a little bit cautious and to, make sure you have good quality stocks.
So picking up on uncertainty, the other kind of thing that we happened this week, we're moving closely towards the end of the 90 days. But there is a lot of shouting about we've got to deal with China and we've got to deal with Japan. And I even see that from a South African point of view, it looks like it's got down to brass tacks about pigs and cars and what have you. Does look like maybe Trump is getting more certainty or...
Yeah, Robin, I mean, it's so hard to just follow this tariff news because it's changing all the time. So, I mean, you've got these court things going on about whether the tariffs are legal in the first place. I think the big news in a way was with the US and China. So everybody was expecting sort of a further rollback on tariffs. I think the US and China have both realized that there's a mutually assured destruction going on here, and, China's got the US over a barrel because they've refused to export rare earths, which is used in magnets and electric cars and everything and all sorts of things. And the US has actually realized that they don't hold all the cards, which we said right along from the beginning. But even in their trade deal that they've negotiated, there's no climb down from the tariffs. China's still going to have 40% tariffs on it, which is the 10% base, the 20% for fentanyl, and the 10% unilateral tariffs. So if you think about the start of the year, it was probably at 10%. Now you're sitting at sort of 40%. So yes, we might be off that worst case scenario where we were at 140% tariffs on some issues and both sides climbing down. But I don't think we can ignore the fact that tariffs are structurally higher than they were 3 months ago or at the start of this year, And yes, I think it does look like, Trump was saying yesterday that, yes, he's going to start imposing unilateral tariffs again. But it does look like quite a lot of countries are getting some sort of deal in place, and including us. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, no one knows what's going to happen after this 90 days. That's the 9th of July. Luckily, it probably doesn't coincide with the 4th of July, because then we'd have Independence Day, Liberation Day, and who knows what will happen on the 4th of July. But anyway, it's just maybe we've passed a worst case scenario, but I do think that we have to be cognizant of the fact that structurally tariffs are higher, and the US is delicately poised. Yeah.
But Michael, bringing it back to markets, markets hate the uncertainty. So I mean, once the certainty's there, even if it is a higher tariff, then everyone will put that in the base and they'll do the calculations from there, won't they? It's the uncertainty that really throws the markets.
Yeah, it is. And obviously, I suppose if the base then says, earnings are going to be this amount low or something, then you would adjust for that, and there can be market reactions to that. But yes, you're quite right. It's sort of the uncertainty of not knowing what's going on. And I mean, we've said in Insight just how quickly GDP forecasts are changing, and I think that just reflects the uncertainty. So when you have forecast for 2% GDP growth this quarter, then it's 1%, then it's 0.5%, then it's back to 1.5%. I mean, really, you're getting sort of caught in this. It looked like the rabbits I saw on my way home last night, and caught in the headlights, so you don't know which way to turn, but you're quite right. Markets should then sort of settle down, but I suppose it's also just around where things settle and what that actually does mean for economies and earnings and things like that.
Awesome.
But I mean, companies also react, Robin. I mean, as soon as you have certainty, companies will make decisions and they will react to that. I actually think it's really difficult. I mean, we've talked about this before, but we're experts in uncertainty and wait and see, aren't we? I mean,
Yes.
that's South Africa down to a T. But I mean, how do you run a business in the US at the moment when you have no idea what tariffs are applying or what or not? It's really difficult. And if you're the CEO of a big company and you have to answer to your board, sure, you've got some difficult decisions to make. So always the easiest decision is, well, let's just wait and see. But wait and see doesn't move the economy forward. Yeah.
Exactly. Awesome. Well, we'll continue to wait and see, and we'll be here to report to you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Michael. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.